Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm going to be starting a new series called Selfie Sunday. And no, it's not about obviously picture taking. It's more about self-love and the evolution of truly finding yourself. And along this journey, we will also find ourselves learning our own personal style. You know, what fits us, and what type of person we want to be. So stay tuned, and we're going to have some great topics to talk about. Okay, so let's get started. Our first topic on Selfie Sunday, we're going to basically be talking about keywords. I'm going to use keywords throughout the whole conversation to help us, I guess, grasp what actually it means to have self-love. And, you know, we're going to talk about many things that I see, like, today, like, you know, the overextensive use of selfies. Not literally, but, just a lot of things that come in together that plays into part. So it's not like basic definitions or anything that I feel like isn't relevant to today. Okay, so the first word I'm going to use is worthy. And the definition, which I'll read the textbook definition, is... Okay, first word is called worthy. Worthy is deserving effort, attention, or respect. So, some synonyms, I cannot say that word. Okay. Would be righteous, good, moral, ethical, upright, and virtuous. High-minded, principled. And the reason, honestly, I really want to have like these type of discussions is because I feel like recently I've been judged for being self-righteous, you know, for being proud of who I am and how long it took me to figure out who I wanted to be and what I stood for. Because, you know, some people don't like the fact that you have your own mind, you know. They want to tell you who you should be. They want you to apologize for you being you know. And I think it's very, very, very important to stand by who you are. Obviously, we're evolving every day. You know, there's things people need to work on. I know there's many things I need to work on. But for someone to tell me something because it doesn't satisfy their way of how I'm supposed to look or how I'm supposed to make them feel, you know, that just means to tell you that you know when a person don't have their own self being, you know, because they're intimidated by another person's being, you know, and that's, I feel like it's just really important to know, like, your worth in anything. Like, obviously, dealing with relationships, you want to make sure that you know that if you want to say be married within 3 years of dating him, or, you know, if you like him or whatever, you need to know that you're worthy of that. You need to require it and make that very, very known in the beginning, where you are and where you stand in, like, as far as anything. For me in friendships, I stand by, you know, a person. I think I'm a very giving friend. Like, you know, like, I do have my moments where I don't want to be around people. I don't. Like, it's nothing you can do to take me away. Like, because you don't want me to be around you in a bad mood because I don't feel like I need to be around you. I don't get thrills from being in crowds, or I don't get, I guess, full satisfaction. Like, some people like, well, what's the word? Introvert, extrovert. I am a introvert. I don't get, you know, thrill from being around others. Like, my whole existence doesn't, like, make up by being around other people. Like, I am very okay with being inside, reading, filming, you know, working, like, that type of thing, you know. And I have, you know, I like to be around humans, but overall, not really, you know. And that's, for me, that's something you have to understand, accept, because I feel like a lot of people don't accept what you are, you know. So I think that's a part of knowing your worth, and very, very important to know that. So you know the definitions and mean you're deserving of, and I think you have to set those in any relationship or any relationship, friendship, you know, even parenting sometimes can be like your parents they don't know who you are, so, and they always have this image of who they think you should be, but sometimes you don't fit the image that they want, so you're technically not, you know, what they're supposed to be. So understand your worth. You know, obviously be open to, I would say, feedback of who you know, how you make other people feel, because people will remember that solely. But understand and establish that in the beginning, worthy. You have to know you're worthy of something or what you want. if you want that job, or like even now for me, like I feel like I'm going through, a transition. I've been in a company for some plus years, and I'm like, hey, I deserve this amount of money, and if I don't, I'm willing to. You have to stand by what you say. I'm willing to walk away because I'm not going to be paid for something that's not less of what I give you guys, So you have to understand that and know what you're worth. You can't say, oh, I'm $1 million chick, and you have a $2 personality, So you have to understand that. I think worth is very, very, very important in any relationship you have or plan on moving forward to have. So the second word I have is faith. And it could be in belief with religion or whatever, but in my words, in this definition is complete trust or confidence in someone or something. And I think that faith is in yourself, For you to do anything, you have to have faith, and it's going to work out. You have to trust that what you see in your future is good, You can't see negative. I'm not a pessimistic person whatsoever. Like, if someone's being pessimistic around me, it irritates my entire soul. It's like, why do you see life so nasty? Like, and even people like, the real world is effed up. And I'm like, okay, that may be, but I'm not effed up. So I know how you have to take it, And sometimes life can be kind of like curveball. It's just going to throw you those, And I'm still learning that to this day. Like, I didn't even realize that people in the world, once you start getting kind of into your career, like, you really start seeing people have haters. You have people that don't want to see you win, and you have to have faith that whatever they bring towards you, you can stand for it. You can move through it. You can push them like a bulldozer. So I think that's really, really important, to have faith in yourself. It's not even someone or something. It's faith in you, because if you don't, you'll always be doubting. And, who wants to have a doubting? Who wants to be around doubting? Maybe you have to be that faith for someone else, So I say stay strong in good faith within everything. Even if you are a religious person, personally me, I don't go that route. I prefer to have faith in the universe, because everyone around you is a triple effect of, what can come back to you. All right, so you have to have faith in the future, yourself, and whatever you want to happen. So that is another word. And the last word I'm going to talk about is confidence. And it's not just about, oh, I think I'm the ish and I know I am. It's more so, I'll read the definition, and obviously I'll post the definition below so you guys, because I talk kind of fast. Okay, so the confidence is a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. So I would definitely recommend in finding your talent, your strengths, but also knowing your weaknesses, because you can own your weaknesses in a confident way where people won't even know that. You know what I mean? You can work on something in private. I don't feel like you have to tell everyone your weaknesses. And I think people don't like that you don't show weaknesses, Which you can, I would tell you all my weaknesses, but if you're aware, I feel like this, if you're aware of them, no one can use it against you. So always, always, always be able to differentiate your weaknesses and your strengths. But hold to your strengths as part of your confidence. Your strengths are your confidence. And even hold your weaknesses at a level where they can be improved, and you're working on them, no one can use them against you. If you have a bad attitude, or if you have a little temper, those are your weeknesses. But you can always make sure it's something that you keep in mind all the time. Like, okay, I'm working on this. Or you can always go back and apologize. Those apologies or whatever. But those are things that help form your confidence. You're like, I know I messed up. I'm confident enough to come to tell you I'm sorry about it, Or I'm confident enough to own it. And I think confidence is a part of ownership, and knowing your strengths and knowing what makes you whatever, the shit, if that's how you want to be. I think everyone should feel like they're the shit, And I mean, I sometimes talk about people and say they're ugly, but obviously in my own eyes they probably are. And I think if someone calls you ugly, on that topic, if someone calls you ugly, just be like, in your eyes. You don't have to get smart, you don't have to get mad, because well, if 100 people tell you you're ugly, that kind of can hurt. But confidence is knowing, hey, I might be like not the, I guess, stereotypical beauty, but I am my own. No one can look like me. You know, you have to own things. You have to know the qualities you have and what you possess. And confidence is what attracts, this is mainly for women, but if confidence attracts men, you know, confident, they like that. I feel like, I used to feel like, men don't like high women. They do. But you just can't make them feel less than you. You know, you can't. It's kind of weird. It's kind of really weird how men think, but you know, it's part of, like, I guess, submissiveness, which I'm working on that in my mind. Like, I'm like, ugh, what do you need to, like, we're equal, but it's technically really not an equal world. But I definitely feel women should have that confidence where it attracts, but it still has, like, some sweetness about you, you know. So cockiness and arrogance, don't get those two confused, because arrogance can be really, really unattractive to some people. I've been told I was arrogant before, and I don't know, it kind of hurts, because it's like, arrogance, it's gonna be, you kind of feel like it's more than, like, you don't hype yourself up. Be very, very realistic about things that are in your life, because the more realistic you are about, like, who you are, the more it won't hurt if someone says something to you. So I just say, have confidence, know your worth, have faith in who you are and where you're going, and have confidence while doing it. So that's my first Selfie Sunday video series segment. If you guys like this, please thumbs up, share the video, because I realize that this is kind of what I want to do. I want to guide women through self-love, because I feel like I kind of was targeted for always, even now, like, and I have a friendship. If you're watching this, it's not to throw shots, but I feel like I have a friendship where I'm told, you're mastered being alone, well, maybe you should master being alone, you know. Like, I feel like maybe you should, what you dislike in me is something you feel like you lack within yourself. So sometimes you have to always be aware of when somebody says something about you that, you know, you feel like, I don't have a problem with it, you know. It doesn't bother me that I'm alone, or I like being alone. Like, you know, I'm there for you when you need me, but I like my space. I like me. I enjoy me, and I can still be around other people. I haven't mastered a part of a relationship, like, as far as, you know, the male-female thing. I haven't mastered that yet, because that's not something that was meant for me to master yet, you know. And that comes with time, you know. And I feel like you can't be one person if you're not yourself, you know. You can't be with another person if he can easily influence who you are, or you have to follow them, you know. It's a codependence thing I don't like, you know. I think that's something you learn to compromise and give and take. But for me, I needed to know who I was before I let somebody, because it's all about background, like who somebody is, like if they're codependent or if they're too independent. Mine could be a positive and a negative, you know, because to me, obviously I don't know how to be in a relationship right. I don't know how to be in a relationship right now, but that's something I can learn, because people are around you every single day. So technically, I do know how to be in partnership with somebody, but I just don't know. I like myself more right now, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with loving yourself completely more. And if someone ever tells you that, you can say, suck it, because I know how to be myself. You know, I know how to be myself. I know how to stand for myself. I know who I am. I spent a long time getting to know who I am, and you will continue to learn to know who you are. But I definitely feel like it's something you shouldn't take offense to, and I sure don't. It's kind of like, well, hey, if somebody can walk away and tell you they don't love you, but can you walk away from yourself and not tell you don't love you? But no, you can easily tell yourself. You can be easily more down on yourself than, I don't know how I want to say this. Someone can walk away from you and tell you they don't love you anymore, but you can never do that to yourself. You can't walk away from who you are. You know, I would never be able to walk away from Nicole. So why not love why not love who I am? You know, and I think it's very, very important for women, especially in their 20s, to get to know themselves. Do not make a decision based on another person's perspective, or you have, like, I feel like even at this age, I always want to be married young, but now I'm realizing it'll be great, but I'll be making a lot of decisions for him, and I won't be living my life, you know? So, don't get so caught up on being with another. Be caught up in being with yourself. For me, that's my advice. I feel like you have everything to offer once a person know that you like who you are, you know what you have to stand for. You can't really have a worth if you're always connected with somebody else. You know what I mean? You never really know what is right for you if you're always having it based off somebody else's. You know what I mean? Like, this makes them happy. What makes you happy? You know, like, if me being alone makes me happy, then what does that do for you? You know, I'm there for you. I'm not speaking to anyone, but if I'm there for you, what's the point, you know? So I think never be ashamed of who you are. If you are a person that likes to be around other people, you need to use as much time from them. I'm more of a person who learns from the world. Like, I don't really make that many mistakes. Not saying I'm not a mistakable person, but I don't make that many mistakes where I learn from other people's mistakes. So if you're the type of person, then this comes in handy. But I mean, just be who you are, love who you are, stand for who you are, have faith in who you are and where you're going, and that can help you form self-love for yourself. Seriously, know these words and know what they can have an impact on you, because you know, no one can take away how you feel about yourself. No one. And if somebody say he brought my, like Cat Williams said, he made my self-esteem. No, it's called self-esteem. Like, people don't self that comes within you. So yeah, just have confidence in whatever you do. Have faith, even if you are the least confident person. Own that confidence in front of everybody, because you have to battle with that inside, you know. So never let someone steal your joy, and explore the world, explore who you are, get to know every aspect of you. And if you don't like something, fix it. Fix it. It's very, very simple. You see? Yeah. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys like this little series, segment, whatever. And my next words for next week, we will see what they will be. I might actually creep it in the description box. So yeah. Or maybe on my Twitter. But yeah, so follow me on any social networks. Make sure you check out the blog, www.fearlessjunkie.com. And yeah, holla at you, girl. If you have any questions or whatever about, you know, something you feel like you're working on, I am like the perfect person to give advice to, because, you know, I am like the queen of self, and I can tell you a little bit about yourself, you know. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, guys. And see you next Sunday, or my next video.